TJ, you wanted to jump in here for a second?
Yeah, I want to ask Matt, because, Matt, all the times you've been here, I don't think we've touched on this yet. A few months ago, Austin Rivers said the quote that, NBA players being able to play in the NFL and vice versa. Now, you, like I said, something I don't think we've talked about on any of your appearances here. You were one of the top wide receivers in high school. I believe you led the state in touchdown. Nation. My bad. You led the nation in receptions as a 6'7" wide out. So I feel you're uniquely qualified, more so than most, to kind of answer that question about crossover NFL players playing in the NBA and vice versa.
I think it's a great conversation. I think the energy and the arrogance he delivered it with was probably wrong. But if I were to say who can cross over and make a career out of it, I would definitely have to say basketball players crossing over into football, because you've seen it. You've seen the Jimmy Grahams. You've seen the Tony Gonzalez. You've seen Antonio Gates. You've seen guys kind of make that transition. Julius Peppers. But football's a different beast. And you see all the football guys that you go across and going across the middle is no joke. You know what I mean? So I definitely think that you're a 1%er being in both of those categories, and you worked your tail off to get there. But I would definitely say that the crossover is easier for basketball than it is football. But I wouldn't say there's a whole bunch of guys that can do it, because although they may have the athleticism, the size, the speed, the skill, they haven't been hit going across that middle yet, and that changes. That can change your life and really wake you up. Although they're not really hitting like they used to hit, but still, I mean, unless you have that football mentality, football's a tough sport to play.
How come you stopped playing?
I just, at the time, I didn't really see the crossover. Harold Carmichael, 6'7", Eagles receiver back in the day. But when I was coming out, Tony Gonzalez was doing it, but he's only 6'4". I'm thinking I'm 6'8", and I was thinking just what I said, across that middle, they'd probably tear me up. I'm only 215 at the time. So although I felt like, and I say this with all due respect, I felt like I could have made the NFL and made a splash, I don't think I would have had the longevity and probably the free movement and no pain that I have at 44 when I decided to play in the NBA.
So no college opportunity?
Yeah, no, I was recruited to play college. I actually, funny story, I went out, I think the end of my sophomore year, going into my junior year, I went out for spring ball when Bob Toledo was still there, Cade McDowell was there, Freddie Mitchell, Deshaun Foster, the current coach.
Fred X,
Foley Dixon, all those guys, and went out and did spring ball and was going to play, and then went back and talked to, my college coach at the time, Lav, and we're going to make the switch, and all kinds of things started changing for me on the basketball court because I wanted to play football. So I just said, all right, I'll just stick with basketball.
What do you mean? You got more? Steve Lavin gave you more minutes? Is that what you're saying?
No, I won't be a captain. Probably won't be starting. I'm going to have to change dorms. I have to do a bunch of just little stuff that I'll just like, that really matters right now. But it just kind of deterred me from continuing the process.
So you could have been in the same receiver room as the Sultan of the Slot.
Freddie Mitchell, my guy, man.
Love that guy. Saw him at the Rose Bowl just a few months ago.
Yeah.
And he looks the same.
Same, Freddie.
He's one of my favorites.
Shout out, Freddie. That's my dog.
Good Lord. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.